Let's go.
What's going
Mike,
on,
what's
Mike?
good, man?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Y'all can hear us?
I can hear y'all. Y'all
Good.
good?
What's going on,
Hey,
bro? How you
let's
doing?
go.
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. I'm glad y'all was able to push it back an hour for you, boy. That means a lot.
No worries. That's the thing with us. Like everyone we get on, like onto the podcast, is in different time zones, so we're kind of used to it at this point.
For sure. For sure.
It's
No, it
true.
worked out. It worked out well.
I'm glad, man,
Yeah.
because we're in Canada, so I know it's just a hour or two difference, but I'm glad we can talk, man. Look at all the hardware you have in the background,
I
bro.
was gonna say
Jeez, this guy cleans up.
a lot of trophies over there.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while, so
Which was the first one?
the big blue one back there. That was my very first overall win in the NPC.
Yo, no
So-
wonder you got addicted to bodybuilding. You get that trophy for your first time, like
Facts,
And
man.
that was the best one.
yeah, it stands out, bro. My eyes going right to it. That's insane.
Yeah, man.
Go, man.
Definitely cool.
I love that, man. Well, we're super gassed to have you here, bro. Like, obviously it's super cool, like just seeing your physique updates and just, following that and hearing how you're going to compete at the Las Vegas Pro now. Like, man, you're looking sharp, bro. So we're just excited to talk to you about like where your head's at, how you're feeling, what got you into bodybuilding. And yeah, man, we're trying to uplift the natural men's physique division. So it's a pleasure to have you on, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, I love it. I love it. 120%. I love it.
Let's go. We
So,
appreciate
well,
that.
we're already recording for this podcast, so why don't you let everyone know watching like who you are, how you got into bodybuilding. Let's give them a little backstory about yourself.
My name is Mike Williams. 37-year-old athlete. I introduced in bodybuilding in 2016, so that was about 10 years ago. And I was just working out, just going to the gym on the regular, and somebody saw me in the gym and was like, bro, you should do a bodybuilding show, man. You look good. And I'm just like, at the time, I'm just like, in my mind, I'm thinking bodybuilding is like the big guys, like the big
Yeah.
open guys. So I was just like, nah, I'm not. I don't think I'm that big. I can't do nothing like that. And then I couldn't picture myself like in a bikini or like in a thong or nothing. I was just like, just not that's not my speed. So it was like, no, they have a new division. And that was like 2016 was the year I started. And I think that was the year like men's physique was like, men's physique had started maybe like 3 or 4 years prior. Maybe it was fresh.
I think it was like
Men's-
2012, 2013.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it was fresh. It was still fresh. It was like some years in, and they said they have a new division. It's called men's physique, and your physique kind of already fits it. So, my brother, I have an older brother. He's 5 years older than me. Somebody had came to him too. So we just decided to do a bodybuilding show together, and we was looking at the different organizations, but everybody had been telling us, they was like, dude, do the NPC, do the NPC, do the NPC. And then we did a little bit of looking up, and that was like the most popping one. And we did a little background check, and we saw some of the guys, and I was just like, dude, I can beat these guys. And then it was just like up and up. I honestly did my first prep in like 2 months, and it was just like,
Wow.
8 weeks. Jeez.
it was like an 8-week prep. And we hired a posing coach. Her name is Debbie Washington. She was like a old head bodybuilder lady, and she had
Heard of her.
she's a really good friend of mine now. But I think she got off the bodybuilding scene recently, and but she was our posing coach, and she basically just showed us how to present ourselves as a men's physique athlete. And we went up there and did the show, and then that's the overall trophy. I had got the overall trophy in 2016, so it was just happened really quick.
So you did your first show in 2016. It was a 2-month prep, and you won the overall.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Jeez, man, the standard was set from the beginning. It's so funny. All these like the Natty IFBB pros. There's so many stories of guys who've done like their first prep and then they like win the overall. Like this legacy. I love it, man. The origins. That's
Yes.
so cool, bro. So,
Yes.
what did your brother get in the first show too? If you two did it side by side?
He's
How did he
taller.
place?
He's taller, so his muscle density is just kind of, it's different. Even though we got the same mom and dad, our bodies are like, we have the same shape, but the muscle density is different because he got the tall card and I got the average height card. Same shape, but my muscle my muscle bellies are a little bit thicker than his.
Mhm.
So he won his class. It wasn't a big show. He won his class, but in the overall, I ended up taking the overall win.
Wait, so that's a cool story too. So you were in the overall against your brother in your first show.
Yeah.
That's epic.
Right? Especially because and that was his first show too, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that was our first show.
Wow.
We did our first show together. We was just like, let's do it together. Like, it was like a friendly rivalry, but it was like,
Yeah.
it was fun. It was
You make a bet on that show? You guys make a bet?
No, we didn't make a bet. We should have. I was just like,
That's too good.
because we didn't know what to expect. We was just kind of like newbies, was just like having fun with it.
Yeah, loser
Right.
pays for the tan and everything.
All facts and the photo package.
Yeah.
And the show
That was before they had the show back. They didn't have none of that stuff back in the day.
Oh damn, eh?
Yeah.
Jeez, man, you've seen
you-
the whole evolution.
Yeah, you wouldn't even have like pictures of your first show then.
I do. They're probably like somewhere on my phone, but yeah, I got pictures. I mean, I was pretty much the same, you know. I feel like I haven't made like. I feel like my muscle density is maybe a little bit denser just because I'm getting older, you know.
Yeah.
But
So-
overall, my physique is pretty much the same. It's kind of maybe evolved a little bit.
Yeah. I was gonna say, even looking at your photos from like 2024, I think it was a Ben Weider photos I was looking at, compared to your recent physique updates, bro, you've definitely put on size. Like especially in like certain areas. I'm looking at your chest, your shoulders. They look fuller for sure.
Yeah. And with that being said, I'm probably gonna end up dropping a little bit just so I can get my core just even more tight. Cause I'm a big believer of condition, man. Like, and I do remember going to the Ben Weider, and my coach at the time, he was just like, we're just gonna try to put on as much size as possible. And that year I did horrible. That year. So now I'm just like, I would rather come in a lot tighter, but you really kind of want to equal balance though.
Yeah.
It's true.
Especially in men's physique, balance is important, but also, I mean, they're awarding midsection right now as well, like a lot. So that's especially important for sure.
Exactly, because you have the structure, Mike. Like your structure reigns supreme, in my opinion. And you have a supreme structure, my friend. So it's pretty cool. Like you have your small waist, but like very wide shoulders. Like you're wide up top, and then you have these great delts. So it creates that tapered look. So I can imagine you come in with that conditioning, man. It's definitely going to be an absolute battle, bro.
I appreciate it, man. That means a lot, man. That means a lot, honestly. Yeah.
Seriously. So,
Well,
what would you say your strengths are for you? I'm curious. Like, what are your strengths when you're on stage versus competitors?
My waist, like you said, my waist is. I have a really small waist, and my shoulders, I think, and maintaining a thick chest, in condition, I have it all.
Hey, let's go. I love the confidence. Let's go. There we go.
That's coming from someone who's been on the Ben Weider stage 3 times already. So,
And an IFBB Pro.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
will say that my fault. The feedback from every show that I've done is just density in my back.
really.
Yeah.
So-
it's den-
Has that been a main focus? Because you took a full year off in 2025.
Right.
Has that been
Yes.
your main focus on your off season? Is your back?
yes, sir. I've just been two back days a week. You know, just rowing.
Yeah.
You know, so it's my brother got a chance to look at me the other day. He's actually coaching me now, and so
Oh, no
Same
way.
brother you beat.
yeah, same brother. I mean, because he see my physique, like he knows my physique, and I know my physique, and like honestly, I trust my brother and I trust me, so it's kind of like we do like a combined coaching method. You know, it works better that way for me. You know,
I
so
respect that.
Okay.
Yeah. You have the eye. He has the objective eye. You know, he knows your body. You trust him to make the calls. And as you said, is this the first time that's happening, or has he coached you before too?
he's coached me most through all of my bodybuilding career. There's one
Wow.
time I hired somebody, and that year that I did horrible in Ben Weider, it was kind of due to that coach, and I was just like, I just need to stick to what I know.
Yeah.
You
If
know?
someone's working, don't change it up. I mean, your brother's close to you, right? So he must know how your body works and everything. Just stick to that. Good stuff.
I mean, look at all the hardware in the back. You two make a pretty good team.
Yeah.
So- That's so
sure,
sick, man. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Why don't you tell us about when you got your pro card? Like, what show did you compete in to win your pro card?
Funny story. Going back to, I won that overall, and Debbie was kind of like our mentor. She was our posing coach, but she was our mentor. And I asked her, I was like, what do I need to do next? And she was like, well, you should do another national qualifier show. So that year I went to the Flex Lewis in Tennessee, in Nashville. That they don't have that show anymore, but so I did another show just to kind of be on the safe side before I went to nationals. And I wound up getting another overall win in that. And then that's when I decided it was time for me to go to a national show. But all that to be said, I wound up doing the Miami Nationals at the end of the year. It was in Miami that year. And I wound up getting my pro card at the Miami Nationals that year.
So your first year, you did 3 shows total. Did you win all of 4 shows total?
I went to nationals beforehand. I skipped that part.
Okay.
I won 2 overalls, and then I went to nationals, the Pittsburgh national show that they have. It's called the North Americans, and I got 5th place at that show, and it was still fairly close. And my brother was like, "Dude, you almost got your pro card. Do another show." So I was just like, "Okay, I'll do another show." And so 2 months later, I wound up doing the Miami Nationals, which is, they have it in Texas now, but at the time it was in Miami. And I wound up doing the Miami Nationals, and then I got runner up, and that's when I earned my pro card. That whole year was so really eventful for me.
And are these like open shows too?
Yeah, that was before they never had natural in the NPC.
I was gonna say.
It was always just it was just NPC. So that's all we knew from when we started. But the division has changed a lot, and I'm glad they started opening up natural, because now, I fit in more with what that aesthetic is,
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. When you say that the division's changed a lot, in your perspective, your opinion, what do you mean by that?
The guys are a lot bigger now.
Yeah.
They're a lot bigger. And I've always been the smallest guy on stage, but now that they've upsized the guys, you can notice over the years I've kind of just stayed the same, kind of like I said, roughly stayed the same size. My muscle density maybe gets a little bit better, but I step on stage anywhere from 180 to 185. That's my stage weight.
Right.
And these guys are stepping on stage with my height at 190 to 200 pounds. And just, that they're bigger, and bigger does not always equate to winning a show. But when you're lean and big, and and I don't know, it's different. I guess they got different criteria as well too now.
Yeah. Back in the day when men's physique first started, it was a softer look. It definitely, the size was not nearly what it is today, but I feel like every single year leading up to this year, it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger and harder and leaner, more conditioned every single year. So the standards definitely changed. So thank goodness that they are, pushing these natural shows and starting this whole natural side of the NPC, because it gives guys, like us, an opportunity to get in there, right? Not stand up to these guys that are 30 pounds heavier than us at the same height.
It's rough, bro. It's rough.
I can imagine, bro. I can only imagine. You're just there. You're like, damn, man. As a natty, but hey, man, you got it. You pulled it through. You pulled it off. Sorry, and here we are right now, going for the Las Vegas Pro-Am. So you're currently on prep right now, yeah?
Yeah, man. I'm in here eating now, bro.
Let's go.
Hey, multitasking, bro. I like it. Multitasking.
I'm here eating right now, bro. Yeah.
When did you start your prep?
Yeah.
I started my prep at the beginning of the year. It's still kind of like a quick prep, I have never went just cold turkey on eating clean, but I'm just last year I just kind of just life, but the I would say like the things that you learn in bodybuilding, you never kind of go all the way from. Like those, a lot of that stuff kind of sticks with you. But I never took like a super like, I gave my body some time to rest as far as like clean eating. But I have never just done like a dirty bulk and just got really big, you know?
Yeah. Probably for the better, man. It's so unnecessary. Then you have to like get all that fat off for no reason, right? Especially as a natural, like, why are we gaining pounds and pounds and pounds of fat to put on 1.5 pounds of muscle or something, right? It's like, then now we have to lose all that fat just to reveal the muscle. So I feel you, man. I respect it. I've been there. I've been there myself. Not fun.
You've done a dirty bulk?
I have. I bulked to like 235, man, and I had no business touching that weight. I literally looked like. Do you know the moon emoji? The moon emoji on the iPhone, like the circular moon emoji.
Yeah.
I was like a pufferfish.
Oh my god.
Never again.
And Moonini, what's your stage weight?
Come on.
It was 185. So I was 235.
What's your height, bro?
I'm 6'1".
Okay. Yeah.
You look tall.
5'10". I'm 5'10", maybe 5'11", with some shoes on.
I'm not even gonna say my height here.
How tall are you, Luke?
5'7" on a good day.
Yeah.
I swear at the shows they always get us wrong though. Do they mess you guys up with the shows? I always weigh in like shorter.
I'm always in class D. Like that's like usually that's like the average class. I'm always in there, and I think class D is the most competitive class too, in my personal opinion. Because there's just so many of them in there, you know.
Yeah, class C and D are usually the most stat classes at the shows for sure.
Yeah,
they are. Okay, so that's good, man. So you've just been never taken a break from clean eating. So like this will still be a relatively short prep for you, like
the short prep.
Yeah.
Bro, I got up to 193. Like that's how heavy I got, and then my bro just started kind of. Now we're starting to cut. So I think I'm waking up now at maybe like 190. You know, and so we're gonna do it really like a little bit at a time. Because again, we don't drop too much. So I might get a little bit leaner between now and the Tri-City show that I'm gonna do in 5 weeks. And then we're gonna see. We maybe reassess before I go to Vegas and see what I'm looking like, and we're gonna try a peak and we're gonna peak in Tri-City just to see like how I look, and we're gonna write down everything, and I might peak the same way in Vegas, but we're just kind of really gonna look at that look and see if we really like the way I'm looking when I go to Tri-City.
Interesting. Because when is Tri-City and when's Vegas? Vegas is May.
Vegas is May 9th.
May 9th.
Yeah,
and Tri-City?
April 11th.
Okay.
So you're 5 weeks out from the Tri-City, and then what is it, 9 or 10 weeks from Vegas?
It's just a month. It's just a month, bro.
A month from April.
Yeah, it's gonna be a month.
In May.
Yeah,
in May. It's gonna be a month after. So I might do like a little I might get like a burger or something, and and usually burgers and like those hard carbs, when I'm diet for so long and I get like a burger, my muscles just like they blow up.
Sometimes they do God's work.
Oh, they are amazing. That's why I told my brother, maybe we should do some like burgers and stuff like now to see what I look like, because I've been clean eating for so long. He's like, bro, we don't need to do that right now. I'm just like, bro, we need to try.
please. Yeah. No, sometimes you wake up the next day after having a good burger and fries, you're tighter, you're fuller. Good stuff.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm talking about.
Is that your only plan right now, the 2 shows, or do you have any other shows in mind for this year?
Dude, I'm glad you asked me that. I plan on getting qualified for the Ben Weider at this show. Like, I know it's a stacked show, and I'm planning on going to Vegas. Like, my mindset is like, I'm finna go there and win that show. So like, I want to do that show and then like get ready for the Ben Weider and kind of just like chill, maybe have like a little downtime and get my feedback. I don't really know. I might do another open show just to kind of, cause man, I spent $300 on that pro card renewal, and I'm just like, bruh, I'm gonna try to do all the shows I can do, especially in the area.
True.
And last year I didn't compete at all, and I got this. My brother was competing all last year, so I had to watch back and just watch him compete. And I'm just like, oh man, I wish I was on the stage. You know,
The stage FOMO.
Yeah.
yeah, it kind of sucked. I mean, it was good that he had his time to kind of do his thing, but I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna pay for that card, man, you should do as many shows as you can afford, or as you can. But the main goal is Ben Weider. That's my main goal.
Main goal is Ben Weider. You've already been there 3 times, so you're looking to get there for your 4th time this year. And I love the confidence, bro. I love the confidence of you going into Las Vegas right now. I love to see that. Have you seen any of the other athletes that are competing in that show? And if you have, is there anyone that's catching your eye right now that it's going to be your competition?
Oh yeah, of course. I got a chance last year to really just sit back, and now that they have back in the day, I mean, I can say back in the day you could just sign up for Ben Weider, but now you have to qualify for Ben Weider, which I love it so much that you have to qualify for that show now, because it's like the whole year you just sit back and then you sign up for a show, and you got all these big names just coming that you don't know about, and there's no light that's shone on these athletes. So you just go in there and you'll see them and you'll be like, oh, I know, like Torrey Washington, that's a big name. And the tall dude, Tyler.
Yep.
Tyler, those are the 2 that everybody has been talking about, so, and I went against them at the Ben Weider numerous times. So I feel like I can hold my own, without talking too much smack. I feel like I can do pretty well against those guys,
I love it, man. That's what we're talking about. You have to believe in yourself, right? Like, people can say whatever they want, but it's like, that's the mindset to go into a competitive sport, like backing yourself, like having the belief that I'm going there to win, I'm going there to perform. So I respect that, man. It's going to be really, really cool. I'm excited to see how that unfolds, because the previous times you went to the Ben Weider, what was your placing in those previous times?
They've been all over the place, bro. Like the very first year that I competed at the Ben Weider, I got 2nd. So I know I could.
Oh, damn.
What year was that?
That was 2021, bro. That was the 2021. That was my first year competing at the Ben Weider. I got 2nd place, and my brother competed. Me and my brother competed at the Ben Weider together, and he was doing amateur and I was a pro. And my brother, after I got off the stage, he was like, bro, you're really calm for you to just get like 2nd place in the Ben Weider. He was just like, because you got 1 slot before you could have went to the Olympia. And I told him, I was just like, I remember I was like, dude, I got that close. I said, my time is coming. I just have to be patient, And I said, my time is coming. I'll be patient and figure out what I need to do, and I'll eventually win. So I know it's getting more competitive since 2021, but I still have a belief that I can win that show. So that's why I've just been calm, and I've just been following suit. So that was the closest that I've gotten to win it.
2nd down.
And then the following year, that's when I had hired that coach, and it was just like I bummed it. I was way too big. I think I stepped on stage at like 195 or 190. It was just like I was not conditioned at all. And then 2024, I got like 9th. I think it was 10th. Now we're here, 2026.
Cool.
All right. So in 2021, was that because you said you just had to sign up for the show and you were in it, you didn't even have to qualify. Was that the case in 2021?
That was the case. Mm-hmm.
So what year did they add the qualification rules that you had to win a show?
That was just last year, bro.
That was the first year? I had no idea.
Actually, Luke, I think he's right, because I think Mike's right. Yeah.
Wow. So any natural pro could have just submitted an app. You don't even have to apply it. You're in if you want to be in. That's it.
Sign up, and we were so confused about how they went about like seeing who was natural. So they had a polygraph test.
Right.
Okay.
They do a polygraph test, and then they don't urine check everybody. They only urine check the top 2.
Okay, one of those.
Yeah. So I was finding out all this stuff because I had never done a natural show. Because you remember I had been doing years of just competing naturally in open.
Yes.
You know, so it was just like, I didn't know really what to expect at this natural show. I just went in there kind of blind. Like I think all the athletes went in there kind of blindsided because like we didn't know what was going to be like. How were they going to see who was natural? So they just tested this. They just urine tested the top 2, and then they polygraph test everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes a ton of sense. Okay. So yeah, now, because yeah, you're right. I think even with us, that's for the pros, because the amateur show you have to place. I think it was top 3, Luke. And is it for the amateurs top 3 in your class?
For what?
Ben Weider.
To qualify?
Yeah.
I think
to
it's
go
top
there.
3.
Yeah,
top
for
2.
top 2.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For the amateur, because that's
no, I don't know amateur. I know pro. It's top 2.
For pro, it's top 2.
This year is top 2 to qualify. Yeah.
Exactly, because what I remember, even because we're in Canada and the CPA is under the NPC IFBB, the Canadian Physique Alliance is what it's called. And for us, it's like, I remember it was top at a regional show, you have to place at least top 3 in your class to even be able to be eligible to compete at the Ben Weider for the amateur.
Yeah.
For the amateurs, but I didn't know that about the pros, which is pretty cool. What's your thought process on now, instead of like only one person goes, but now top 2 per class can qualify? What's your thought process on that? Even though I know you're a pro, but this is for the amateurs, right? Is it top 2 for pros?
For pros, yeah.
For pros. So yeah, so what's your thought process about that? How do you feel?
Like I think top 2 should go, because then it brings more athletes there. And I think that the top 2 is better than just the number 1. I mean,
yeah,
you would get just the cream of the crop with top 1, but I think more athletes better, you know? I think more, not necessarily saying like as many people as the Olympia, because there's too many people at the Olympia. But I think a good 20, maybe 20-ish amount of athletes is for a good showing. You know, because what is that like? Maybe 2 or 3 call outs?
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I agree, man.
Because last year, I think it was only like 13 or 14 athletes in total at the pro show.
Oh, yeah, man. This is going to be good. And here's the thing. I don't know what you both think about this, but you can let me know. I think first and second place, yes. We know that bodybuilding is a sport where you can beat them on that day, but on another day there's a potential for them to maybe beat you, or vice versa. They could have beaten you that day and then you can beat them on another day. So I think top 2, like you're already getting the best of the best, like the first and the second place. So if that person beats you at that show, you beat that person at that show, who's to say now that they can't, the cards can't change, or the tables couldn't turn when you go to the Ben Weider, because they got second. Second is not 5th. Second is not 4th. Like, it's second, if you really think about it. So it's like, in the class, it means, you know, so they're up there. So to see them have the opportunity as well to go to the Ben Weider, you're getting the top 2, the best of the best for each class. Man, I just think that the competition is going to be even more fierce, and it's a really good thing for the division in terms of the growth and just seeing the caliber of athletes compete as well.
For sure.
Great.
I agree. Yeah. Top 2 definitely deserve to go. I mean, both just because you came second at the pro show doesn't mean you can't show up better at the Ben Weider show, right? And
exactly
the guy who beat you at that show, right? So no, it's good, and I love how they're doing that for Ben Weider, because it is supposed to be like right now the natural Olympia kind of thing. So they're trying to make it that prestige kind of show. So the fact that they're making it bigger this year, pretty much doubling the athletes, it's huge.
I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. And what you said, it could be a point that could be off like a point, you know, it's so close, and it could be something so small that you could change. And, you know, so I think it is, like you said, the top 2 is going to be a lot better than just the number 1. And I think they just changed it like mid-year, like, because I saw a notification and it was just like, because earlier at the beginning of the year, they were saying just the number 1. And then I think sometime in like January or February, they say, no, we're changing it to top 2. So
that was very recent. You're right.
Yeah, it was really recent. I pay attention to I pay attention to the stuff that's going on. Like last year when I was observing all the athletes that were getting qualified, I was just like, I was looking at the athletes and thinking to myself, okay, I'm gonna be going against him in 2026. I'm gonna be going against him in 2026, and kind of just like making a memory like who my competition's gonna be for this year. So
I like that, man. Yeah, you're on it, brother. I'm curious, what's your mindset going into this prep compared to previous preps? Has that changed at all? Because I know you're feeling very confident, you believe in yourself. It's very clear that that's the energy that's coming across, which I absolutely love. But would you say there are any differences in terms of the mental, this prep compared to previous ones?
I'm gonna focus more in on my presentation. I think presentation is key. Keeping things simple. Change my posing a lot. I want to keep things simple. Making sure that I come with the shorts. I think people don't really understand the importance of finding shorts that fit your aesthetic, you know, finding colors. And I think all that stuff plays a huge role when you're going to stage, because I don't think athletes understand you're giving a split second up there with these judges who don't know who you are. And it's just like, they see you for that second, and that second could be something just as simple as, all right, dude, you should have wore a different color, or you should have had your shorts a little bit more fitted, or they should have been maybe a little bit longer. They should, you ain't got a lot of legs, so why would you wear some 15-inch shorts to show your little legs? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's another thing I did wrong. My legs are not the biggest, and I can tell you guys about what my flaws are. Density has always been, even when I was competing open and when I'm still competing open, it's just like, you need to bring up density. But if my strong suit is not my legs, I don't need to be coming out there with 14-inch seam leg stuff and showing off my, So right. I think I'm gonna, presentation and stage presence is something that I've really been really tackling over this last, since I competed last.
You can tell, Luke, when we were going through your page and covering you on a previous episode, we were both saying we just like how simple your posing is, man.
Yeah, your posing is good, man. It looks really, really good, confident, simple, like what Natty just said. And I even saw you doing a posing seminar recently.
Oh, no way.
Which is dope. Yeah.
So I'm cool with a lot of the promoters and the judges down here in Alabama. And my good friend Ron, he puts on a show. He actually puts on the natural show in Alabama in the NPC, the only one that we have. So he knows that I'm a natural athlete, and he was like, he DM'd me. He was like, Mike, I need you at the seminar. And I was just like, I'll come. So he does the Gulf Coast. It's called the Gulf Coast show. Is down in Orange Beach, Alabama. And he has two shows that day. He has a natural and he has the open. And I had went to the very first one when he originally had it. That's when they started bringing these NPC shows out there. And I kind of just went just to see the talent, And ever since then, Ron has been kind of inviting me down there to be the face, because he knows I compete at the Ben Weider every year. So it kind of helps out everybody,
Yeah.
So I went there and spoke to all the athletes that who were interested in the NPC, and kind of gave my spiel about being natural. But when I went, I didn't want to just be like, I'm a natural. I just was telling people that it's available if you want to be in it. Don't feel pressed or pushed to, go from A to Z, because you have options now that they are allowing this in the NPC, which I love.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned that, because a lot of people just getting into bodybuilding don't even know that staying natural is an option. They just think if you want to be successful in bodybuilding, you kind of have to go the enhanced route. But now that's not the case anymore. Not even just with the IFBB, but now there's other leagues if you want to do natural in other leagues. But now again, the IFBB NPC is opening up opportunities for the natural. So a lot of new athletes, amateurs, don't even know that you can stay natural and make a career out of this, really.
No, I'm glad you said that too, Mike and Luke as well, because if you ask the general population what they think of a bodybuilder, what are they going to tell you? Arnold, they're going to tell you big, steroids, like extremely huge where their bicep is the size of my head, but people don't even know that there's like a natural stream, right? So if you just ask a general person what their opinion on bodybuilding is, they don't know that there are other avenues or that there is a natural division. And I'm sure when they come across that and they hear like, oh wait, so not every bodybuilder is on steroids, you can actually like just compete without taking stuff, and you're like, yeah. They're like, I had no idea that existed. Like, I know even my parents, right? When I first started doing bodybuilding, I think I was my mom, or she was a bit skeptical. She's like, oh, wait, what is this stuff? Like, I was like, no, mom, I'm not doing that. I'm just competing naturally. She's like, wait, that's the thing? I was like, yeah, not all bodybuilders are on things. She's like, oh, thank God, you know? And I was like, yeah, that's an avenue as well. So it's cool to see that you were able to go down there and, you know, share your wisdom and give people a different perspective too, which is cool. But I did have a question. Emmanuel is from Alabama too, right?
My boy.
So I was gonna say, you know him? Have you run into him?
Yeah, me and ear tight. That's my boy. I'm texting him all the time. Well, I'm on Instagram texting. I got his personal number too, but I'm like texting him on Instagram. I'm like, bro, you are going to kill it.
Yeah, you tell him good luck right now. He's like 3 days out.
No, he's gonna kill it. He looks great. He looks great. And every time like I'm about to compete at the Ben Weider, he's, bro, you're gonna kill it. And I'm just like, we got a good connection.
Man. Are you guys far from each other in terms of like location?
Emmanuel's in Huntsville. I'm in Birmingham, so it's a 2-hour drive.
Okay. Have you guys ever like linked up?
I was gonna say trained
come
together.
down here a couple times, but we haven't trained together, which is kind of weird. But we haven't trained together, but we've trained in the same vicinity, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's cool. Sorry, Luke, what were you saying?
Oh, I wasn't saying anything. No, that's dope, man. That's crazy. Actually, now that we're in the topic of kind of E-Man and the Arnold, do you have any predictions for the show?
I'm gonna be biased because E-Man was my boy. I'm gonna say he's gonna win, and I'm gonna put Brandon. I'm a B Henny fan too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Same, bro. B Henny.
I'm a Brandon Henderson fan, but Emmanuel's my boy. So since we're being recorded. But no, Emmanuel was great. Emmanuel, no, I'm not even gonna like. Have y'all seen the Emmanuel's like pictures recently?
Yeah.
His updates are insane.
It's insane.
I believe it's gonna be a close battle with him and Brandon. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, a lot of people say like Andre Dayu is gonna be up there for like the battling second place. I'm saying E-Man's coming, like he's in that battle. I'm putting E-Man over Andre, that's for sure.
Same.
Andre's number 3. Andre's condition is not as good as Emmanuel's.
No, the midsection isn't there as much.
No, Andre has a great back too, but I don't think and this is me saying this, I just don't think his back is as amazing as people say it is.
It's hard.
Like, I think he has a great back, don't get me wrong, but I think it's like...
I think Emmanuel's is better.
Exactly, no, that's what for sure. E-Man's back is nuts, man.
Emmanuel has the best back in the league.
Yeah, he'll have the best back in that show, no doubt. In like my opinion, for sure.
And his updates are wild.
Brandon has a, like you said about structure. His structure is really good, and like you said, sometimes depending on who's judging, structure beats. You know, depending on who's doing the scorecard. You know, who's like the head judge. I don't know how they're going to judge this, but Emmanuel honestly he checks all the boxes and as far as being, you know, he looks good. That's my boy. So, you know.
Let's go, E-Man. Let's go, E-Man.
We'll send this to him.
Yeah.
E-Man, let's go, bro. Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
But I'm curious, Mike, for you, brother. You know, speaking of things, like when you got into bodybuilding after, what made you decide to stay natural, right? Like, because I'm assuming your end goal is to go to the O. Is that what you want to do? Or what is your end goal with bodybuilding? Let's even start there.
I would like to go to the Mr. Olympia as a natural.
Okay.
I would like to be there just to say that it's possible. And I think that it is possible because I've gotten so close to it. So my thing is, if I got second place at the Ben Weider, I can get first place. That's my mindset. And why change something when you've gotten so close to winning something? That's why I make a drastic change like that. There was an athlete, his name is Dan. He was competing in the Ben Weider and he went enhanced. And now he's having a hard time to fit the criteria in the hand.
You talking about Ibrahim?
This is a dude named Dan. He's a dark skinned dude. He's done the Ben Weider a couple times, so I think he started off natural. And I was like watching his journey.
I think, yeah.
Is he like too big now?
Big arms, big chest.
Too big.
Yeah, he's talking about Dan Ibrahim. Yeah. I didn't know he competed at the Ben Weider.
Yeah, you got to check it down. Like I keep up with athletes, bro. Like I really do. And he's always had he has a nice frame, but I think when he went enhanced, his proportions kind of just went all over the place. Yeah. I think his lower body caught up with his upper body, and I've seen him in real life competing. I've seen him compete at the Tri-City 2 years ago, and that was when Hart was covering him. Hart had like made a big covering on him. It was like, oh man, Dan, it's been, and he was like covering him, and everybody was like trying to see like he's gonna go there and kill everybody. And I was there because I had a booth at the time, and I went out there just to run out there to see how he did. He did make first call outs, but his proportions were just off. And, and I think about that. I'm just like, you're still getting judged by people. So it's just like, I don't know. I've thought about it. I've always thought about being enhanced and what I would look like. But sometimes I'm thinking like, you're so close now. You're so your physique looks so good now. Why mess it up?
I feel you, man.
While we're on the topic of going to the Olympia, and literally you came second place, that's like an inches away from making it there. Do you think there's a world where the IFBB opens up like a second slot for the naturals to go into the Olympia?
Yes, I do. And I'm a big believer of being patient in everything. I try to preach that to athletes, and that's like I have so much to tell athletes and so much to kind of wisdom to give them. I'm an old head, so I act my age sometimes, and I'm just like, y'all are so young. Just be patient. Yeah. Athletes should be patient because you never know what's going to happen in a year or two. There may be more opportunities for you if you just wait.
That's true. That's the thing. The IFBB can make changes in an instant, like out of nowhere. The fit model thing that kind of came out of nowhere, right? Now it's like one of the fastest growing divisions in the entire league. So who knows? We can only hope that they'll open up, whether it's like the second top two at Ben Weider get qualified, or if they even open up a completely different show outside of the Ben Weider. That would be cool. I think that would be ideal. But with the way the league is going right now, they're adding more natural shows. I can see it happening too within maybe even the next few years.
Never say never.
I can see it happening too. And it's funny that you talk about the fit models, because now you got all these bikini girls that are trying to go to fit model. And guess what? They're too big.
They don't fit the criteria.
They're not placing.
Not placing at all.
No.
Like, dude, if you would have just waited,
Patience.
Delay the gratification, man. I feel you want to fully explore your natural potential, man, and make it to the naturally. Because if you've been close, you can do it again, right? It's like, if you've been close, why not win it? Because you were there. That serves as evidence that you were basically there. You almost had it, so why not do it again and win it this time? Get it in the bag. So I like that. And what made you stick to men's physique? Because I'm assuming that's where you started. Did you have the thought process of ever exploring classic or trying bodybuilding, or were you just like, I found men's physique and this is my home?
Men's physique was like, my physique fit men's physique so well. It didn't make any sense for me to try to go to classic when I was doing so well in men's physique. I'm just like, again, if it's not broke, why are you trying to fix it, bro? Just get better in what you're already at. Where you're already at,
I feel that, because even as we said, even just looking at your structure, it is men's physique. It's it's very men's physique, which is the wide shoulders, the small waist. You just suit the division. So it makes a ton of sense that you wanted to stay there, and you've had a lot of success in it as well. So just gonna continue running it up, man. I always hear people say this who are pros. They're once you get your pro card, I think people expect this massive change. I think I've heard different people who say that sometimes there's a massive change, sometimes there isn't. But I'm just curious, your own experience. Like once you got your pro card, did anything change for you? And if so, what?
I was more excited about bodybuilding when I got my pro card.
Interesting. Okay.
I got my pro card so fast that it was it happened quick. That year was just like but when it happened, I was just like, I got more excited about bodybuilding, and I was like more in the sport, you know. And the pro card was just a reminder that you can do anything. For me, it was like, when I got those IFBB letters, it was just like, dude, you can do anything you want. You know, if you apply pressure, if you apply some time and you really work to it, if you got their pro card in a year, imagine anything that you can do, you know? So it kind of just made me feel like that. I was a little bit more believing in myself when I got my pro card.
Man, that is so cool. I love that. It goes back to the mindset stuff. It's like, it served as a testament that if I can do this and like apply that same mindset to like other things, aspects of my life too, right? And the cool thing is it's tangible. Like you see it, it's a constant reminder. Every time you look at it, it's evidence. It serves as like evidence that, hey, I did this, so like I can do it again. You know, like if I do the same thing, it's like that confidence, right?
Most definitely.
I love that, man. I love that. So go ahead, Luke.
So I was going to ask, when you first started bodybuilding this first year, or even when you first started watching bodybuilding, maybe, did you have an inspiration in the sport, like a certain athlete that you looked up to, or like a men's physique athlete at the time?
Oh yeah. I have I got my favorites. Like Brandon Henderson's always been one of my favorites, but even
GOAT.
Like OGs, George Brown is a OG.
Yeah, okay.
The X.
That's where everybody gets the X from. People don't understand, like the new people don't even understand where that even came from. Like it came from George Brown. Steve Cook.
Cook. People forget that he even did men's physique, like as a pro.
No. Yeah, Steve Cook, he's just had one of those beach bodies that was just like, you know, Sadiq.
Oh, wow.
Sadiq was one of my favorites growing up as well, because he had amazing posing and amazing stage presence. He was always known for like his stage presence. And so I picked up a little bit of everything from a lot of those guys. Those were probably my top 4. I don't know if I named 4 or 5, but those were my top 4 growing up in the sport.
Awesome. Do you remember the Jeff Side?
I was about to say Jeff Side too.
That was 2016.
Yeah. I never got a chance to compete against him, but Jeff Side he was like up and up in the IFBB. I think he went to like a natural organization now.
He competed at, it's called the Natural Olympia. I forget what organization it is, but he actually like won it.
Well,
back in 2021 or 2022.
Do y'all believe that he's a lifetime natural?
No, I personally don't.
I personally don't. Do you?
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think so. We'll never know, but
I don't know. I mean, looking at videos of him before compared to now, it looks like he downsized a lot. So like that's where I'm coming from with that answer.
He was winning shows in the IFBB. I mean, that was kind of entry level when I first got into it. And then maybe if they would have kept the division the same like it was in 2016, maybe I would have got a chance to have been to the Olympia by now. But yeah, I never really kind of went back and looked at his pictures, but I don't know. I can't really say because
honestly, like it's something that's definitely I feel like is achievable for natural. I mean, back in his prime, right?
Yeah.
But again, I just like looking at him before compared to now. To me, it looks like he downsized. Like he doesn't look as big, as full as he used to.
That's a possibility. Yeah.
It's true. It's crazy, man. I guess you have a lot of wisdom to share, man. So I'm curious. There's like, for all those people who want to follow in your footsteps, get their pro card, who want to compete at a high level, what are some things you tell them aside from one of the most important ones you've shared today, patience? Like, what are some of those wisdoms you could give to like up and coming competitors or even seasoned competitors who want to get their pro card like you?
I I'll always say patience is going to be at the top of the list. But with patience, you can't just wait. You know, you have to work hard, of course. You have to be consistent. Like just with anything, if you want to be good at something, you can't start and pick it up and just, you know, put it down. Like bodybuilding and fitness in general has just become a part of my life. You know, that's just, you know, it's been integrated into my life. So you have to stay with it. Patience, consistency, hard work, and just, you know, just give it time, which is still patience, you know?
Yeah.
Because you never know. Just like those girls who waited and now they got Fit Model. There may be a division like a Beachbody division, and you don't have to be as big. So it's like, if you're patient, things will start happening, you know. And then if you're in that moment of time, you may be able to capitalize on those opportunities, similar to the Fit Model. You never know, you know, not to put religion in it, but you never know what God has in store.
Exactly. Very true.
You know?
It's true.
Well said.
Well said, man. I love that. It's true.
Well, I think, especially for naturals, I think our peak is much later on in life compared to the enhanced. Like they can hit their peak at like early 30s, right? Where us, it could be even like early 40s. We just need that time, which leads me to another question. Do you think you still have like a lot of potential to reach? Like, are you still progressing every single year right now?
Look, I look at Torrey Washington, and
I was gonna say,
I look at him, and I tell my brother all the time, I'm like, yo, if Torrey's doing this and he's a vegan, dude, I know I am. I'm gonna be good. And people to this day, when they see my physique, they're like, "You're 30." I'm 37. They're like, "You're 37."
Dude, I did not know that. That's
I had no idea.
I'm 37. They're like, "You're 37." I'm like, "Yeah." But I take care of myself, and I'm not out partying and drinking and doing a whole bunch of crazy drugs. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like fitness. I like fitness. I like eating healthy. I like a burger from time to time. And when I'm not on prep, I do like a little tequila. But I'm like, I'm mainly just like obsessed with fitness. Like that is me, you know? So if you do that and take care of your body, you'll look good, man. And you, like I said, muscle density. And now I look at Torrey and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna look good at my 50s. Looking at him, I'm just like, yeah.
For sure, brother. For sure. Respect, as you said, like you just take care of yourself, and like you're setting an example, man. You're literally breaking the self-limiting belief that people have. It's like, as I get older, my physique has to regress, and you're like, nah, man. As I get older, my physique gets better. It doesn't have to be this way, boys. We just gotta show up with intention, man.
Yes,
and just
bro.
keep trusting the process. I love that, bro.
If Torrey can do that at 50 years old as a vegan, I mean, there's nothing we can't do.
There's nothing we can't do. And I'm just like, I'm looking at him, and I know he might see this and be like, yeah, I'm the example. Yeah, you are the example.
He's been the example this year. He's been the example.
Bro. And I'm gonna be example too, you know?
Let's go.
Bro, I can't wait to see you step on stage, man. I'm actually excited now. Like, this is gonna be insane. All the athletes, like, everyone's coming for it. Everyone's hungry, man. Like, everyone we've talked, like, guys are hungry for this. They want it, man. Even seeing you, the energy, you can sense it through the screen. Like, you're excited, you're ready, you're coming for the win, man. You know, you can see you're applying that pressure, man. So this is the Ben Weider this year. Just get your popcorn ready. It's gonna be a movie. That's what I know, man.
Well, I have to get qualified first, and I will get qualified. And I'm glad I got a chance. I'm glad I got a chance last year to kind of sit back and observe the athletes. That was like, you know, I took a break of last year, but I also got a chance to observe the athletes and see who my competition was going to be, and then assess and just like, yeah, I can beat these guys. And now it's my time. And like I said, I was patient. I gave my body some time to and enjoy and just be a regular guy. But I never stopped watching the other athletes. So now it's time for me to get back out there. And that's what I'm going to do this year, y'all.
I love it, bro. And you're going to bring that conditioning. As you said, like the conditioning, the fact
that you said you just recently started prep and you already look like this condition, pretty nuts.
it doesn't take my body long. Like my body is like super sensitive, like hypersensitive. When I start eating clean, and like when I feed my body, and when I start like changing my like diet, when I get like this like locked in, it's like instant, bro. It's like instant.
The fat just comes melting off.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like I can bulk up. It's hard for me to eat a lot of food, you know what I'm saying? But I could gain more weight and I could get bigger. You know, I can definitely get bigger. The heaviest I've ever gotten is 200 pounds. It's the heaviest I've ever gotten. And that was like,
you said you were 190, 193 was your highest?
This year.
Yeah, this year. Yeah.
That year when I was fat, I was 200 pounds. I got fat.
What year was that? What year was that, bro?
That was 2020. I think that was 2020. I try to erase that memory because that was the worst year of my life. I swear.
I was gonna say, I feel like 200 pounds on you now would look a little different.
It'll look good. It'll look good. I think it would look a little bit different because even at 193, it was like I still had my obliques, and I was just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But I would look massive at anything. I would look massive. Yeah.
Weapon. And you've been hammering the back too, right? Like you've been putting on that density. The width has never been an issue for you, has it?
I've always had width.
No, yeah, that taper's pretty nuts.
It's true.
That's my X factor.
You bring that with the posing, no doubt you're gonna kick some ass this year, bro.
Facts, man.
I appreciate it.
Like no doubt. With the delts, bro, if I could take your delts any day of the week, I would, man. Like that. Do you even train arms, bro? Do you train arms?
Paquito.
Yeah, there you go.
It's the tequila talk.
Hey, I'm half Hispanic, bro. What can I say? But not really, man. I just, sometimes I might do some finishers at the end with some curls, but not really. I prioritize back, bro. Like that's like back and chest. That's like I prioritize those.
Back, chest, yeah.
All right, one last question from me. You're prioritizing back, and obviously you made a lot of growth this past year. What's like your favorite movements for back when you train?
I like T-bar row and I like rack pulls. Those are my go-to for density growth. But my favorite back exercise is pull-ups.
Pull-ups are so underrated, man. So underrated. Right? They're so everyone's like, pull-ups. No, it's like they're underrated, man.
Underrated.
Right? That's solid. What about you, Luke? I know Luke's a rack pull fan. Mike, when you said rack pulls, his eyes
every
like lit
single
up.
week I look forward to hitting those rack pulls, bro. It's like I'm in my element when I'm hitting rack pulls, bro. I don't know what happens. I just I let everything else in the gym go and I'm just focused on those rack pulls. I love them, bro. They feel great the next day too.
I know. I like rack pulls. It's like and you could put some heavy weight on rack pulls too.
That's the thing, bro. And you should, like, for rack pulls, I feel like that's something you should go heavy on, right? Like 6 to 8 reps, just go hard.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my favorite back. I think that might even be my favorite exercise of all time, actually.
Oh, okay. That's deep, bro.
Of all time. That's damn. Okay, that's up there, bro.
What about you, man?
My favorite exercise of all time is Smith machine incline bench. That's my favorite, bro. I would down a hill for that exercise.
Oh, no, we was talking about back. We didn't say nothing about like every.
Oh, damn. Back.
Back.
Okay, back to back. Here you go. Okay, if I back, I'm probably gonna have to go for a neutral grip lat pull down. It's simple, but it's like with the neutral grip and nice and close. So like single arm lat pull down from above, not the one where guys on the bench like this, but right from above and you're pulling down like that. It cooks my lats. I'd say that for sure. Yeah, I think so.
I like those. But going back to chest, Smith machine incline.
Yeah, that hits.
That's second favorite.
What incline though for you guys? Just like, because for me, when I'm hitting incline, it's like one notch up. It's the slightest incline you can go, and that's my favorite.
Yeah, like 15 degrees.
Yeah. I think I might do incline like that. sometimes I mix it up, and the higher you go, you're gonna start hitting more shoulder too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I'm a big incline everything, because that upper pec is just so hard to obtain. But then once you get it, that's all you would need. Like, that's the judges look at that, because a lot of guys lack that, you know.
Very true. I find even especially naturals.
Yeah.
It's like, it's right, but then once you develop that, I'm with you, man. I do like, between 35 degrees, like that. Not one, like maybe 2 notches up is a good one, and then sometimes higher. But yeah, it's such a good movement, man. It's such a good movement. That one as well. Even like what else?
You guys
Chest
do
flies.
you guys do like single arm, like cross body press?
Yes.
I've been liking that a lot. That feels good.
I stole that from Brandon Henderson.
Did you?
Oh yeah, B Heady loves that.
I stole that
It's
from
true.
him.
Really? Alex put me on that one.
It's a good exercise. But I do
yeah,
dumbbell.
Dumbbell presses. Yeah.
Those are my favorite. Dumbbell inclines, my favorite chest movement probably. And Smith. I think they're like right there beside each other.
They're so good. You don't bench, do you? Bench press? Same, man.
I smith it up. And I try to encourage other people to smith it out too.
Yeah. I think when you get into bodybuilding, you kind of forget bench press is even a thing.
I don't even look over there, bro.
No.
Same.
Last time I touched a bench years ago.
Dude, I'm so with you. Man. We're gonna be seeing a whole different package from you, Mike, this time around, man. So I can't wait to follow along the journey, bro, and just see how like this unfolds for you. Because after a whole year off, man, you know, that off season, it's nice. You get that fire. Like, it never goes. But sometimes I feel like, and I'm sure you can attest to this, sometimes you need to step away to then come back even hungrier. It's like the hunger was always there, but now it's like a notch higher. It's like you unlock this new level of hunger, if you know what I mean. Would you agree?
Most definitely, bro. Most definitely. Yeah. That year off was like well needed. And now, again, like you said, I'm hungry. I know who my competition is. And now I'm just like, let's go.
Yeah, by no means was that like a step backwards. It was a step forward for sure. Sometimes we just need that time off, you know?
Yeah.
I'm excited for you, bro. It's going to be a big year for you. You got some nice shows coming up, the Tri-City and the Las Vegas Naturals. Before we let you go, you got anything to say to any like natural up-and-comers who want to be in your spot, maybe get a natural pro card one day? Any advice for them?
Guys, be patient, work hard. The NPC has shows that you can get your IFBB Pro card if you want to compete in this organization. I'm gonna be biased because I've been competing in the NPC all of my life, so I'm gonna say, you know, come to the NPC, compete natural with the opportunity to get your pro card. It's not that saturated right now, you know, so if you feel like you have the, you know, discipline and the drive and the work ethic, you can get your pro card. Now the competition is still steep. You know, it's still definitely steep, but you have 2 opportunities to get your pro card. Y'all know you can get your pro card in Pittsburgh natural too now. So there's 2 opportunities to get an IFBB pro card naturally. Look up this stuff, npcnewsonline.com. They'll have a list of all the natural shows. They're starting to have more amateur shows in the natural league. So figure out what shows close to you, register, take those steps, and you can do it. Just work hard and be patient.
Love it.
And that was some very good advice. Yeah. No. Well, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for all the wisdom. You know, it means a lot. That was some very good words of encouragement. We just can't wait to continue to follow your journey and see how, you know, you step on stage and do some damage, man. You've heard it. You heard it here first. He's coming for it. And
bro, after the Tri-City show or after you get your qualification for the Ben Weider, you're coming back on the podcast. We're talking all about it.
Let's do it, bro.
Yes. I'm going to tell y'all how satisfying it was to beat Tori.
Let's go.
I'm sending that straight to Tori after this.
Let's go. I love it.
Do it.
I love it.
I'm like, he's the champ now. If I beat him, I'm the champ.
Oh man,
There you
going
go.
straight to Olympia.
Straight to the O. We had
Oh,
Titus
man.
in 24.
Yes.
25. It would be who went in 25? No, Titus won in 24.
Titus won it. He made a major drop last year, which I got
Yeah.
thoughts about that too, but it's just a lot going on. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm
He'll be
gonna
back
be
there
at
this
that
year.
game.
So
Yeah, he's coming back this year, and he has an amazing physique. Really dense
Yeah.
guy. So
Good midsection. But yeah, brother. But no, thank you so much for coming on, man. We appreciate you a ton, and some good words for the Natties. And let's just continue doing what we're doing, having fun with it. And you know, we wish you all the best. We're rooting for you. Once again, the Natural Men's Physique division has your back, and the NPP specifically here at the Natty Physique Pod. We got your back, bro.
so,
most definitely, bro. I appreciate y'all for inviting me on your podcast, bro.
anytime, bro.